We are recording. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to join. I think, what, 34? Hey, 34 in the middle of the day, or at least the middle of the day in North America time. That's pretty solid. I'll take it. So first off, I want to thank you. I mean, the project has been going absolutely amazing. The fact that we're pulling, more than 1,000 BNB in every day in what has been the worst market in 2 years, I think, is remarkable. It's basically like we're doing a successful pre-sale every single day of the week. And that's all thanks to you and your support and your continued belief in the project and that it's actually going to work. So I just want to start with a big heartfelt thank you from the entire team, because we couldn't do this without you. And this project works when everybody's working together. So, and the community we've I mean, honestly, that last 30 minutes before auction close every day is like some of the funnest part of the day. So anyway, you guys are amazing. Keep it coming in the chat, both Telegram and Discord. Would love a little more hype on the Discord side of things, but that'll grow. But anyway, from the bottom of our heart, we wanted to say thank you from the entire team. So we know the markets are shit. I mean, it is what it is. I think BNB is like 222 right now or something, which is holding up surprisingly well considering. BTC on the fritz. We'll see where it goes from here. Seems to have found some level of support around 22K, which everyone kind of thought, but sure, Michael Saylor's buying like a maniac right now, trying not to get liquidated. But there's all kinds of crap happening right now. Celsius is on the brink. So we understand the market economic conditions we're in. The wonderful thing about our project is we're for the holders. We are stacking BNB on top of BNB on top of BNB, so that when we come out of this crappy bear market, you guys are all set. So obviously we have no token price. You don't need to worry about that going into the toilet, which is what a lot of projects are experiencing right now. And the thing with that is, like, there's nothing fundamentally different about any of the protocols that are experiencing token price crashes. Like, their basis is the same. The problem is the market sentiment, right? And because we don't have that negativity in the negative chart action, we've been able to maintain such positive momentum even in a bearish environment. So we've become, quote unquote, a little bit of a safe haven in terms of bear market, and we love that the BNB keeps coming in. So I'll start with the announcement that Tiers put out around the BNB injections. So those are starting tomorrow. We're going to do 100 BNB a day into the lobby, and then that'll juice up and get paid out over the next, 12, 13, 14, 15, and it'll basically ensure dividends for the next, I think, around 30 days by the time the BNB injections are finished. We did do actually a buyback yesterday. Some of you probably caught it right at the end there. So the team was sniping as well. But those tokens are set to be burned today. As soon as the transaction goes through, I'll post an announcement about it. But we're not going to dilute anybody with those by staking them. I want to make sure that everybody gets a fair shot at it. So this is purely BNB injection to go in to get paid out as dividends for the community, and you will all reap the benefits of that. So we're not afraid of the bear market. We know that we're definitely in one. We don't know for how long, but we want to make sure that we're supporting the project just as heavily as you guys are. So that's why we figured now was probably the right time to do the buybacks to keep it going. And then we have tons in the works here. So with that, I'm going to shift over to lending for a second and just give a quick rundown on it, because I know it's the new feature, just launched a day and a half or 2 days ago, and we've actually already seen pretty significant volume come through on the lending app. I know a friend of mine, actually, I think he's getting like 30 BNB a day now of loans off of his early stakes. So it's pretty incredible to see it in action, and that, a lot of projects have promised this feature, but we've managed to knock it out in such short time. So in essence, and I've explained this before, and I've written a guide. So we're actually getting a whole web page set up with facts, with guides, and all information so that everyone can review. We'll have it pinned in Telegram so you can reference it and pull up as a slash command, but that should be out later this week. But in the meantime, you can borrow against your accrued BNB dividends. So I'm going to use, let's say there's a 20-day stake that has 1 BNB of dividends accrued on it. You can put your hand up in the marketplace and say, I would like a loan. The loan amount that you can receive plus the interest that you're going to pay on that loan cannot exceed that 1 BNB, which means that if a person's lending you money, there is no risk on their end. It's a guaranteed return back for them. We've been seeing loans get sniped in minutes because people have been offering great interest rates for short durations of time, and people are happy with it. So in essence, you need 3 things when you're setting up a loan. You need a stake, first of all, that you can loan against, but you need to set how much you want in your loan, how much interest you're willing to pay, and what is the payback duration of that loan. So most people are going shorter, kind of, I would say 14, 21 days at most. The minimum is 4 days, which are the ones that seem to be getting sniped the best. But we've seen great volume. And sorry, someone just came in. I think they're off mute here. I'm getting the echo now.
Try to close your microphones, guys. We can hear ourselves when we're speaking here. If you could do that.
All good. I think it. I'll keep going. Anyway, so if you go to our lending page, which actually good segue, we know that there's some sluggishness and some lagginess on the site right now. We know that the recent events bar isn't updating properly. Dev's working on it. There's some maintenance going on with the server that he uses to fetch that sort of information. So it should be back up, I think he said, within an hour or two tops. Anyway, if you go to the lending page, you'll see all of your active stakes there that have accrued BNB dividends, and you can request the loan against that. So you put how much you want, you put the duration, and you put your interest. After that, you just create a loan request, and that will pop it up into our marketplace where Elgu will go in and snipe it immediately and try and get that interest off of your loan. So you do need your own BNB. Like this is, you can't, double dip here. It's BNB coming out of your wallet, getting distributed to you so that you can do what you want with it. But most people are going back in the lobby with it, which is exactly what we had intended when we built out the feature. There is a 2% fee on if you're requesting a loan. That only gets charged if the loan gets executed. So you're not paying 2% to list the loan. You would pay 2% when the loan goes through. And that 2% just comes out of the BNB that's moving from that person's wallet to yours. 1% of that gets sent right back into today's lobby, and the other percent is held into the marketing wallet for future, marketing plans. So it's a pretty, low risk, pretty cheap option that you can use to access your dividends early to get back in that lobby and compound your stakes. It's a pretty unique feature, and I've vetted around a lot of Telegram communities in the last couple of days, and everyone's trying to poke holes in it and find infinite money loops and ways to hack it and crack it, and so far so good. So I'll pause there and open it up for any general questions on lending before we go kind of overall.
Actually, I'd like to add one thing, which
Sure.
is mathematically here, people need to understand that if the payback time is longer, then basically the percentage should be higher for people to accept that offer. Just to be fair with with everybody, if you have a low interest percent up there, and then it's like a 30 to 50 day payback time, it's not worth it for anybody to accept that. So just bear that in mind. I've seen offers snapped like this that are under 10 days, something like that, with an interest around 8 to 12%, and they get snapped like this. So yeah, you just have to think about it a little bit in that regard.
For sure. And
yeah.
While you were explaining there, I actually got an update from the dev. So the recent events thing is now back in action, and he believes he fixed all the lagginess on the site. So if someone wants to give it the old cache clear and a refresh and double check, but another testament to how responsive our dev has been throughout this whole process, taking community feedback and making sure that it gets actioned as quickly as possible. So everything that you guys say in Telegram, we copy into a room in Discord where we've got basically our team to-do list, and we sort of check off things one at a time. So we know the mobile use still needs some work. That is definitely a priority, getting that up and running so that people can transact on their phones, because I know a fair number of users actually are mobile only, which we want to make sure we're accessible across the platforms. So anyway, dev's working hard to make sure we're dialed in and that the platform's working 100% for you. So continue to bring the feedback in Telegram and Discord. Cool. From there, I'll mention, we announced the partnership with GemPad, which was a big Launchpad community. They've got 14,000 members in their Telegram group. It's a cool partnership. We actually have direct connection with the founders of that group, and so a good relationship and a good working history with them. They're going to be raising some BNB, and that will head back to the lobby. So we don't know the exact amounts yet, and we'll obviously announce everything once the details are finalized, but it's a big community coming our way. They'll obviously be putting their own money into the lobby, just like all of you. But the more partnerships we have, the better. There's a few things that we've been working on behind the scenes that we can't quite announce yet, but know that we are actively searching out partnerships and further development ideas for the platform to make sure that A, it's sustainable, and B, that it's still exciting, right? Because we want to make sure that everybody sticks around for the long term. Team's not going anywhere. We're here to build this thing out and see it through. We just want to make sure that we continue to innovate for the rest of the community here. So very bullish in my eyes, my biased eyes, but still.
Our tired eyes.
Tired, definitely tired. It's okay.
We need to
It's
sleep
okay.
more, man. As we've spoken, yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't be awake at the same time as me, dude. We're on the other ends of Earth.
Well, I mean it's 10:40 p.m. In here in Finland, so I'm rather good right now. But all the like every night the lobbies, man, they keep me awake. I don't know. It ends like
That's because
at
it's a
3 a.m. here in Finland, so I'm like watching the lobby
yeah,
like this and just headed to bed after that. It's just you can't do
it's
anything.
a
I mean,
party. Total. It's a party, and I'm sorry if you've been impacted in your normal day to day because you stayed up way too late watching the lobby. But yeah,
it's what it is.
totally. Anyway, I don't have any more major updates for the crew here, so I'm happy to open up general questions, feedback, comments, concerns. We've got some time here, so take advantage of it. I'm here to answer what I can for you. And thank you, Eric, for saying my face is pretty. I love the DMs that come in during these things.
Man, I thought he was telling me the same thing. I just started laughing in the middle of your sentence there. He's trolling us, man. He's trolling.
Totally.
Goddamn, Eric.
Anyone want to come up and ask a question?
Hello, hi. It says Rob, but I'm using my husband's iPad.
Hey, brother.
I just wondered, how long does the contract run for?
Hello?
Hello, hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're very quiet, but I've got you.
Yeah, hi. Yeah,
Oh, I just wanted to say congratulations
sorry,
on
Matt.
a beautiful project.
Hello, hi.
Oh, thanks, man. Hi, sorry.
I don't really
there's
have a
somebody
question
speaking
for you. Just wanted to say congrats. Loving it. I don't think anyone has anything to complain about, to be honest.
That's great to hear. Thanks for the feedback.
Keep up the good work, boys.
Thank you, Matt.
Hi, yeah, it's me again. Sorry.
Hey, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
How long does the contract run for?
The contract goes indefinitely. So that's actually a great question because there's a lot of people that think for some reason at 60 days that this thing just shuts down. And that's because the visual and the light paper only goes out to 60 days. But in essence, because the tokens quantity is going down by 0.5% each day, it'll be an exponential decline, meaning the decline in actual token numbers will slow down like crazy. It'll take decades on decades to actually get the lobby down to like one token, basically. But after that 60 days is up, it just means that every day will be split up into bits of 60 and paid out over the next 60 days. So that just loops continuously and forever.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's answered my question.
Awesome. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, Red Dad. It's Photomaster. How's it going, buddy?
Doing well. Doing well. How are you?
Okay, I'm a little disappointed. I don't see the plant. Where is the plant? Where did you kill the plant?
It's completely not sure. It was a fake plant, and I don't know where it went.
Okay. My question is this. I heard you talk about the lending. Why? Can you explain why you have to have BNB in your wallet and not lend your divs that you have already obtained?
Yeah, for sure. You want to just mute there and yeah, perfect. So that would create an infinite money loop if we could just go div to div to div to div to div. The idea was really that we wanted people to, use fresh BNB to then go back in the lobby. So I haven't gone that scenario to figure out exactly how we could crack this sort of thing, but basically the problem with T2X, or one of the challenges with T2X, was that you could cash out daily and then you would just dump, and then the platform eventually sort of declined because of that. For ours, because our stakes are locked in and you can't actually access anything to the end, it's a much more sustainable way. But we did want to offer this lending protocol to give people a chance to get some BNB out if users were, amicable to it and actually providing their own. So that was the reason that the system was designed that way. If we could all just lend each other our dividends, it would just be like BNB on BNB on BNB, but there wouldn't actually be any new money coming in, which is kind of what we need in order for the lobby to be juiced up, right? So yeah, that's probably the best explanation I can give you.
Oh, okay, thanks, I appreciate it.
Brad, I have a question here from the chat. It's a pretty simple one, but Chloe Pebbles asked, can you explain how the BNB dividends work out? Is what it show the amount you receive? Thanks. That's what it says. But yeah, basically to go a little bit over of the dividends and how they pay out, and over time.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Chloe, good to see you. Chloe, sir, that's how it's pronounced in North America. Anyway, Elga, can you scan for people to mute? I just want to get the echo out of here. Anyway, the dividends. So I saw this question actually come up in Telegram today as well, and people were thinking that the dividends that are shown on their stakes is all that they will get at the end of their stake, and that's not true. That's just what's accrued so far. So on every single stake, after each auction lobby, that number will go up. So most people are seeing, at this point, probably maybe 7 to 12 day ROIs, might be 14 by the time, it is going to slow down. That's the protocol is just designed to do that. But most people will ROI in that time frame, and then it will be in profit through the rest of their stakes. So every day after that auction lobby closes, as much as it's a party, we all want to see that BNB go in. Everyone's then hard refreshing their stake page to see how many dividends they've accrued during that previous day. So again, if you're day one of your stake, you won't see those dividends until after auction lobby close of that day. But as soon as it closes, they automatically get sent out to and locked to your stake, and you'll see them go up every single day. So you can actually track, like, if you put one BNB on day 5, you can see that stake's got, 0.6 BNB divs, then you're 60% back to your ROI. And then once you hit that magic number 1, everything beyond that is your profit. So it will continue to go up every single day.
Perfect, thank you. Then there's another question here. Can you confirm this about the referral? Is it true that if you use 2 different referral links in the same day to go into the lobby, all the bonus will go to the second link? Well, no.
Yeah, okay.
So you can answer. Yeah.
No,
I got you here with the questions.
No, it came up yesterday, actually, and this was something I was going to check with the dev today because it seemed like that was the case. We know that you can change your referral link, but I didn't know that if you used 5 referral links in the same day, that it would only do the most recent one in the cookie. So that's actually something we're still looking into. I'm not sure if it's just the way cookies work or if it was set up like that by design, but yeah, it came up yesterday, I think, for the first time. So still investigating that one.
Because at the beginning, I thought it was the opposite, that the first one you use, that's what, gets saved into the browser, and then there's no going back unless you, clear cache, clear cookies, everything. But yeah, it's good that we went through that because we need to check that one out. Thank you for the question, Nielef. Yeah, Nielef. Different.
I think the dev's actually I think the dev's lurking in here somewhere, so I'm sure he's taking notes.
For sure. Yeah, one of our moderators wrote that using multiple links is a nice way to share and give back, but do 1 per day, guys. Yeah, well, that makes sense for sure. You give love, you get love, right? Like me and Rad. Yeah. Okay, we don't need to talk about that here.
Yeah, I had to sneak it in there. What else we got?
Question. A question suggestion.
Sure.
How you going, boys?
Crypto. Oh, thank you. Your videos have become legendary. Thank you for the support.
Hello, buddy.
There you go. Hey, you're welcome. Hope that camera work. I think so.
We can see you. Yeah.
So I was thinking about this the other day. Like, the obviously there's going to be a decline in divs over the long term. I mean, it should be slower than it was with T2X. But did you guys think, or did the dev think about maybe like introducing like I know it's called sales tax in most of these platforms now, but like when you claim your stake, X amount is redeposited into a new stake, of course, for you, but it ensures that there's always BNB going back into the platform from all stakes, because a lot of people, and I know they get greedy, they say they don't, but they do, and all they'll do is they'll just keep restaking the tokens without actually putting any more BNB in the platform. So if you introduced, even if it was 5% or just a little bit, then it would ensure that every stake that gets claimed, there's a little bit going back in, and that benefits the user too, because I mean they're getting another stake as well, but it also ensures that there's more BNB going back in the platform. Have you guys thought about that, or?
No, it's a good thought, and we're always kind of thinking of tricks like that to help keep this platform more sustainable. The thing is, though, that like restaking, let's say you stake 1,000 today, and then the stake is up in 60 days, that 1,000 isn't going to be worth nearly as much as the 1,000 it was at the time, because of the dilution that happens over that period of time. So it'll be a diminishing returns on investment for that same quantity. So it's sort of designed to have to go back into the lobby to keep up your share of the pool in order to maintain your payout of the dividend pool. So,
right, but a lot of people don't. That's the problem.
No, they don't. But I'll tell you,
and everybody in the space now is actually pretty accustomed to a sales tax type scenario.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just standard practice now to keep platforms alive. So, I thought it was a good idea. It doesn't. I mean, it wouldn't even have to be much, but it would just ensure that at least something from every stake is going back in. If they're not going to put something back in, obviously a lot of people do. I know. Most people, that are smart enough would. But I mean, I think it's just a good idea, just because you need as many streams of BNB injection as you can, right? I mean, because everybody loves the platform, everybody loves it, and it's a breath of fresh air with all these these scam sites going down in 2 weeks now. So they're taking all your money within a 2-week period now. So it's gone from like 6 months to 3 months to 1 month to 2 weeks. So you unless you're a YouTuber that is actually getting referrals, you're going to get wrecked. Simple as that. So you got to find platforms that have got some sort of sustainability. And I mean, this version, this platform is such a huge improvement on T2X. So, any ways, I mean, this lending and the selling, buying stakes, I think it's incredible how it sort of, adds another couple of dynamics to the platform. But I think there's still room for more. You know what I mean? More things to be injected into this to sort of make it like a bigger ecosystem. And, I think it could become something pretty incredible, because it already is. And I think it could become more incredible. Anyway, I just wanted to get on and give you guys that suggestion and see what, it's just food for thought.
So I've got an open chat with the dev, and I quote, "Damn, that's a good idea by Crypto is Key." So, this is what we love, though. Like, people like the platform. People want the platform to work. This is not your standard rug pull project. And you know what the problem is? I feel bad for these projects that are launching with the token price, because it just moons and then craters and it kills the project, even though the project's solid. Like, it's good. They have a good team. Everything's working. But because of market conditions, it just tanks and it blows everything up. So everyone just gets hurt in the meantime. Whereas this is absolutely something we want to continue to roll through. But you're right. We do need new and innovative ways to make sure that BNB is injected. So we'll definitely consider that for sure. Appreciate the feedback.
No worries. All right. I'm going to go and eat. I'm starving. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, buddy.
You deserve it.
Good appetit. Bye.
Amazing. Got time for a couple more questions if anyone's got any?
We had one here right about to speak before Crypto joined, but I don't know who it was. Didn't see the name.
That was me.
Raise your hands.
Oh, I can hear them.
No hand raise option here for me anyway.
That's okay. I can hear you. Go ahead.
That was a joke. Sorry.
Okay, no, because I've been in other chats where it actually has one. So But anyway, all right, I'm gonna try and structure it the best way I can. But basically, what I wanted to know is in a hypothetical worst case scenario where, let's say, 200 days out as an example, the rewards go, let's say, significantly down, and you had a 300-day stake from like day 2. Those divs accrued to date in real time, regardless of future performance. Like those divs, let's say you have like, I don't know, 30 BNB accumulated, but you haven't claimed them because the stake's not done. Is that part of the contract like immutable? So those, like, that's yours no matter what. Like that can't, like, nothing can happen to that. You get what I'm saying?
And this is where I'd respond with my "yeah boy" gif, because this is really what makes it great in my opinion. Because it snapshots and distributes the BNB from the lobby every single day, those BNB dividends are there until the end. So the contract can't get drained, before 300 days up and your stake is up. So even if everything stopped tomorrow, whatever you've accrued already on that stake will come to you at the end of that stake. That's part of the beauty of the platform.
Yeah, thanks. That's an important piece of information, man. Because like obviously I don't want to mention names, but there's been other projects. As an example, I won't mention names, but in something I got into, which I got kind of wrecked on, it said, let's say in a hypothetical worst case, well, you know what, it won't go to 0, but it'll go to point, let's say, I don't know, 0.5% or 5% or whatever. So I took that into my, risk assessment before putting in capital. And I was like, okay, well, I'm okay with that worst case. As long as the worst that could happen is X, then I'm okay with it. And it turns out that it completely just went to almost 0. And like, to the point where the returns were pennies, literal pennies. So luckily I was able to recover about maybe 70% or so of my capital, but now going forward, it's literally pennies I'm getting back. So that's, it's an important thing to know. But
well, and that's the beautiful thing about BNB dividends is you're earning a top 10 coin, right? It's not some random farm coin that's inflating to infinity. You're earning something that actually has value long term. So yeah, you're in good hands.
Cool, man. Thanks. Appreciate you.
No, appreciate the support.
Good question, man. Thank you. Let's do a couple more. Let's do a couple more. And then we can wrap this up.
I had a question about lending.
Welcome.
Yeah, lending. Go ahead.
From my understanding, the dividends get taken out directly from your stake, and then that's what's used to repay the loan. So after I take a loan, there's no further action that I need to take.
Exactly like you explained.
The loan and Yep, you got it. The contract will execute automatically on the date that you submitted as your loan duration, and it will move the BNB dividends from your stake to the person that lent you the money.
Awesome. Okay. And then one more question based on that. So the time length that I choose for the loan duration, like say, is it 4? I think it's 4 minimum days. So it doesn't matter to me the time length of the day. Is that correct? Because it's taking it straight from me.
Doesn't matter a ton.
Anyways.
I mean, you might offer a higher interest rate for something that's further in the future, but ultimately most people will keep it in that shorter duration. Because I mean, you could ask, in theory, go execute your 5-day loan, and then once you accrue more divs, you could ask for another loan on those divs. But if you already had an open loan for say 300 days, you couldn't go back and get another one until that one was closed.
Okay. So I was under the impression that you only could do one loan per stake. So after that period of time is over, then you can open up a new loan on that state and on that same stake.
Yeah, as long as you've got accrued dividends, you can re-borrow against those.
Awesome. Well. That just opened up my world. Thank you. Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, that's all I got. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for.
Awesome. Something I thought of while you were chatting there was that the loaning and selling of stakes, so one cancels the other. So you can't have a loan against a stake that's for sale. The creation of a loan will cancel the sale of that stake, and vice versa as well. If you then put up a stake for sale that has an active loan request on it, it will cancel that loan request. So it can't be both.
One more. Let's go.
One more. Let's do it.
Who's the first? Come on. Oh, for the AMA chat question, okay, we have one here. Is there a way to see what loans are active in the system to gauge the market?
I don't
Sorry.
think that's visible in the UI at this point.
It's going to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, something we can take down. I know that there's some limitations with what we can actually display on that UI, so I'm not sure the answer to that one. I know it's not there, but I'm not sure if it can be implemented after the fact.
And our developer is listening and watching this AMA, so feel free to ask even difficult questions that we cannot answer. So that's fine. That's fine.
On the next one though, because we do got to wrap this one up. I don't want to keep the recording going past about half an hour here, but I'll close again by just saying thank you. Keep the feedback, keep the energy, keep the hype. Again, we're building for the long term here, and market's going to do what market's going to do. So we're going to be here supporting and building those BNB bags so that you guys are prepared when we come out of this shitty bear market. And LFG, man, let's do this. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Have a good day or night. See ya.